Hey guys, Richie here. Another bench update. Welcome back. This is my September bench update. So a little update of what I've been up to in the world of scale modeling. So as you can see in front of me here, my desk is full of different subjects and very busy, a very varied variety of stuff. I've got an F-14, I've got a Tiger I, and I've got a Camaro NASCAR. So I've got a racing car, an armor, and a aircraft piece, and just the way I like it. I don't like to pigeonhole into one genre, as you guys know. I like to build different things. It keeps it interesting, keeps the mojo going. So nothing finished this week, just a few things. This tank's almost done, just a few things to show in progress, and by the time we roll around to next month, a couple of these, if not all of these, will be finished hopefully by then. Stalled a little bit this weekend, a little bit maintenance issues here in the cave. My Sparmex compressor, for the second time now, the pressure gauge / moisture trap has failed. It's leaking. It's not repairable. So I do find great compressors, but I find the I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but the pressure gauge, after about 2 years, they seem to fail. I have that compressor about 4 years now. So first one lasted about 2 years, and then on Amazon I bought like a replacement one, generic one, about 2 years ago. That's just failed this weekend, and I have Amazon Prime delivering this afternoon, hopefully, my replacement one. They're about $18 each, so not too much of a big deal. They're just annoying, you know, having to take them off and re-pipe it all, plumb it up, and attach the hoses and stuff and go again. So hopefully that'll fix it. It's a great compressor. Just again, these the pressure gauges seem to fail every couple of years. Also, my lights on the way out too. So if you remember, about 3 years ago, a lot of us went out and bought the Daylight Company. If I can reach over, these guys, these lights on Amazon, about $100 on Amazon, and they were, people originally had the ones with the bulbs in, and then they went to LED. And I've had plenty of use out of this, and it's a great light. Just I've noticed the last couple of days I can't make it brighter or dimmer. The dimmer, the bright and the dim, just not working. I just got set to one level, which isn't even the brightest. So we'll see. I don't know how much time it's got left on this one, but I've used it quite a lot in past 2-3 years, so I'm not complaining too much. But if anybody else has one of these lights, let me know if you have any issues with your one. Like I say, it's starting to go out a little bit now. I don't know how much time I got left with that. So yeah, a little maintenance stuff going on, but that's kind of hampering me a little bit. But let's go ahead and talk about what we've been working on. So again, nothing finished, but have been working on. And most lately, let's talk about this one, which I've been working on this weekend. And this is on this camera here, this is the Black Rifle Coffee Company NASCAR. It's the Camaro ZL1, I believe. It's Salvinos Jr. 24th scale kit. So there she is. I literally just put the clear coat on like an hour ago, and it's probably not quite dry, maybe. So use the old Tamiya LP24 semi-gloss, because this one isn't shiny in real life. It has like a slight sheen to it, which I kind of accomplished here. So spent all morning putting these decals on, and oh man, it was tough. There's the hood as well. Yeah, these decals weren't very user friendly. They're very thick. Microsol didn't do anything. It's a very complex scheme too, involving a lot of different layers and different things. So in the end, I had to bring out the Alien's Blood, which is the solver set, the strongest I have in terms of decal solutions. And excuse me, that did work and did get them down somewhat. In the end, I'm quite happy. You know, it's a complex scheme, and the way it went down, it's not perfect, but I'm quite happy with it. It looks pretty good. Yeah. So this guy, again, just clear coated, and won't need any polishing or anything, because again, it's just that has that sheen. It's not a gloss coat on this one. So done. Got to work on all the other stuff, building all the interior, all the running gear, everything else. But nonetheless, pretty happy how this one's turning out. Thus far, and it is a really cool scheme. You gotta admit, you know, the green with the black wheels, and you know, just the way it looks, pretty awesome piece of kit there. Not that I'm a NASCAR fan at all. So that one's done. F-14, the HobbyBoss kit. It's nice because the wings go out. You can have them in, out. All kinds of different features on here. Nice kit, not as good as the Tamiya, obviously. It did involve some filling, especially down the front here. Get around the front canopy. The canopy mask I got another round with flying leathernecks. If you remember when I built my 32nd scale Harrier up there, that I bought the deck cord from Flying Leathernecks, the decal. It's like a vinyl decal. It didn't fit. And guess what? This was built for HobbyBoss kit. It has in the packaging HobbyBoss kit, canopy mask set. It didn't fit. It was like 2 or 3 mil too short. So I had to cut it up and add some masking tape. And again, you know, if you're selling a product, at least make sure it fits. So that's 2 for 2 now. They make some nice 3D printed resin stuff. I use the Viper up there, which was nice, but when it comes to these masking and vinyl stuff, it's just all over the place. I would never use them. I can't recommend. That's 0 and 2 now. I'm using twice, and both times issues with sizing and didn't fit the kit they were supposed to fit. So anyway, so this one's coming on nicely. Just got to put the canopy on, and then pretty much ready for paint. So once I got that compressor working fully, and get this in the primer and start painting it. So this and the Tiger tank you see in front of me are video builds. Have been filming, and it will be up on my Patreon. Well, this one, I think first 2 parts are already on. Every Wednesday I'm putting Patreon parts for this guy. Once this is done, I'll put up the tank up over there. So yeah, I think once I'll get excited. Once this is in paint and get weathering on this guy, it's going to look pretty awesome, I think. Beaten down Iranian kind of look. So that's that guy. And then finally, the big boy in the room. This giant beast, which is the 16th scale HobbyBoss Tiger tank. Now, this is a bargain, I think, at $90 US dollars for the amount of plastic and the size of this kit. It's a good deal. A lot of fun. Not sure where it's going to go. Massive guy. I'm not even going to try putting on the camera, overhead camera, because it's just so big. But tools are on. It's almost there. I've got to put the machine gun on top. Totally out of the box. And maybe one more layer of weathering. I've done pin wash, some neat oils, and I think I just need maybe add some more washes and stuff just to kind of get a little bit more dirty. The plan with this one was never to kind of get it caked in mud, just a little bit lightly weathered. But yeah, it's also a lot of fun to work on. It is a lot of fun to work on, and it's a beast. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this thing. Having built this, I think 35th scale is definitely the way to go with armor. These things are massive. It's cool to build one, but again, I don't know where I'm going to put it. This will probably end up on eBay and being sold to somebody, a collector somewhere, because yeah, it's not something really I don't really have room for it. It's basically a doorstop. But yeah, went together, no problem at all. The only 2 issues I had were the front here, the gun mantle, there's a gap. So I glued the gun in place so you don't see a huge gap. You could have some plastic car behind it, not a big deal. And the wheels, put them on with the pins, get metal pins, get them on suspension arms. They just wouldn't go, so I had to drill out the suspension arms, which again, not a big deal. Just drill them out bigger, and they fit no problem at all. I actually drilled them out too big, so when I picked it up, all the wheels fell off. So in the end, I just super glued them all on, so not going to fall off. But again, did homemade Zimmerits. I think I talked about it before. I talked about it in the video at least. I used the PE tools you get with a kit. Again, for $9, you get the PE tools as well for the Zimmerit. And just in the end, I used this drywall compounds like spackle had left over from renovating my house, and it's just like basically like that thick kind of like plaster stuff. Just caked it on and run the tool across, and good to go. So yeah, really happy with this one. It's first time. Well, it's not my first time built 16th scale, because I have the classy hobby Stuart I built, but the Stuart isn't a big tank like this. It's more of a tankette. So yeah, it's a big beast. Loving it. See here. Now I know it's probably not the right colors and stuff and all that kind of thing, but again, I'm not going for historical accuracy on this thing. I'm just going for just a fun build out of the box, and that's exactly what it gave me. But yeah, tank tracks were awesome. Were 4 ejection pins in every single track, which I did take care of. It took me a weekend to do the tracks. I'm glad I did. The rest of it went together pretty easily. This whole main hole here was actually just put together with 4 screws. So it's like a part works. There's a lot of screws on this and stuff holding this together rather than glue. But yeah, it looks pretty awesome. Hope you agree. I really like this guy. Big beast. So that's pretty much what I've been working on. I say just, I've been working on a lot of things, as you can see. So my game plan is get this guy finished up next couple of days, and a little bit more weathering, get the gun on, get this put to the side, get this guy in paint, carry on with the F-14, and then also carry on with this guy, building the running gear and interior and getting this together. So that'll keep me pretty busy next few weeks, at least. And that's really my game plan. So let me kind of pull this. Well, let me put on the floor, then I got room to actually show you some of the purchases I've got in the last 3 or 4 weeks. All right, so what I'm going to show you next is my purchases, which is 1, 2, 3, 5 cars. Cars again. Now, I'm enjoying, like you see, I've got NASCAR there. The cars are enjoyable. Don't worry, I'm still working on the aircraft. But the problem is, there's no real aircraft out there right now I want to buy. I have a few in my stash, but there's nothing really catching my eye. And the pricing is ridiculous right now. So, the Trumpeter just brought out a 32nd scale F-35, which, if you know my channel, is right up my alley. But it's $165 at the cheapest place I could find. $165 for a Trumpeter 32nd scale kit, that's just way too much I'm willing to pay. The details, you know, Trumpeters are pretty basic kit, there's no lot of detail in there. And the kind of, what drew me to them, and I built so many Trumpeter 32nd scale kits, is because the price range. It used to be like 80, like the Harrier was like $80, 80 maybe $100. Yeah, the Super Hornet above me, the 32nd scale one was like $100. So $80, $100 for a giant kit, pretty basically glam, but you can add a little bit, you know, scratch building to it and work away. It's a pretty simple build. I really enjoyed doing it, but now it's $165 for an F-35, which isn't a huge aircraft by any means. It's just a little bit too more than I'm willing to pay. So the cars is attractive because car kits, if you go to Hobby Lobby and sale, you get them for $16. Nice car kits, $40 maybe. So you're getting 3 or 4 car kits for the same price as a F-35. So I've been buying a lot of car kits recently. I'm probably going to slow the roll on that one. I'm definitely going to build some. I got my stashes. I bought 15 car kits in the past 6 weeks or so. So I'm thinking I'm pretty good with that. So I think on the horizon, I've been looking at like the Zukimura BF-109. That might be something I buy. That's $95, which again isn't too bad. A BF-109 32nd scale isn't massive. Actually have one up there off camera, you can't see. But my attraction with that one is it's very detailed, and I'm thinking I can just leave it has all the framing on. So if I built it, I'll probably have all the internals showing and leave off all the external panels and build it like a fully opened up detailed aircraft, which I might do. And if you buy the earlier one, you do get a resin figure of one of the famous pilots. I've got who it is, but I'm assuming that's in 35th scale, so if so, it's going to be teeny. So, but yeah, so for $95 for a fully opened up jet like that, World War II warbird like that, compared to $165 for a Trumpeter F-35A, just seems a bit of a better deal. But I don't know about you guys, I know prices are going way up, but again, for a 32nd scale basic Trumpeter kit, I can't spend $165. That's the subject of something I really like. So there you go. I was saying that I did obviously build the Vigan, and but that's a resin kit. That's beautiful. But that definitely cost more than $165. But nevertheless, so that's kind of that. My little pricing round's over. So what I bought: cars. This guy. Tamiya's Enzo. I had the red one. Now I got the yellow one. I don't really care about the color because whatever it is, I'll paint it anyway. I'm not going to obviously use a bare plastic. So this was really cheap actually on eBay. This was $39.99, and these kits go for a lot more. All the Ferrari kits, Tamiya kits, are hard to find now because the licensing expired, so they're not making any more. So if you can see these cheap, any kind of Ferrari Tamiya kits, pick them up because they're going to go for more money in the future. So definitely build this one. Great kit. I had this one before, I remember, in red with the Hobby Design detail set, and I sold it. So now I've got the yellow one. It's interesting, this one too, the instructions are even yellow as well. Open up real quick. I think they're keeping like yellow theme going. It's like yellow paper. Oh yeah. There you go. Yellow kind of paper. And in fact, when I first opened this, I got a little scared because I thought, oh crap, it's like all like water damaged and stuff. But it's not. So it comes with got some carbon detail in here. I'm not sure that's included. I think it comes with a kit. We've got mask set, all kinds of different stuff. And now I'm dropping it all over the place. But very nice Tamiya car kit, as they all are. And again, this is the Enzo. Yeah, happens to be yellow, but that just, as I mentioned, that's just the cheapest one they had, so that's why I bought it. Next up, pair of BMWs. I do like BMWs, and I like race cars. I think moving forward in terms of building cars, I really like stuff like this, despite the challenges I had with decals. I really like race cars with lots of decals and color schemes and stuff. I find it a lot more interesting than a plain painted car. Not that I never build them. So bought a couple here. I really bought an M6. I needed one for my shipping, so I bought the M6 in the PlayStation scheme, which looks absolutely fantastic. And who doesn't like the PlayStation, right? So it goes in the PlayStation scheme, and then I thought, while I'm at it, let's get the M8, because these guys are kind of hard to find. I got these at a good price from Japan. But any new stuff, again, if you like your cars, new stuff, buy it where you can, because it's a short run, and a few years down the road, 2 years later, you can't find them, and they go for a higher pricing. So I got the the M8 as well. But scheme's a little bit uninspiring for me, so I definitely got to look for an aftermarket scheme. Not that there's not a lot around. I've looked online, 3 or 4 maybe, but I definitely need to upgrade that one. But cool, M6, and I got the M8. Really got it to the PlayStation one. Something for the stash. Alright, now, talking about big stuff, here we go with the my extravagant purchases for the past month or so. Maybe got them a little bit earlier. And I don't think I showed this one last bench update. If I did, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. And that's this beautiful guy. Just look at the box art. It reminds you of a poster on your bedroom wall in the 80s when you were a kid growing up. This is the F-40 Fujimi, 16th scale, which is a really nice size. It's not massive, it's not tiny, it's just a really good 16th scale size. Really nice kit. There's tons of plastic in here. Looks fantastic. And obviously, being F-40, it's got to be in the red, I think. F-40's got to be red. I know you get yellow, white, and black, but it just looks red. And one of my favorite cars of all time, just nostalgic, reminds me of growing up, being a kid in the 80s, and this was the car. And yeah, so I bought this one. Not going to build this anytime soon. It's for the stash. It got a good price on eBay, and just got it where I could. And I want to definitely practice on these smaller cars first and work my way up to get my skills to a level before I start this guy. Alright, so I got the F40, and I saw this guy's reasonably priced on eBay, so I thought, why not? So I bought the Lamborghini Miura. Same deal as that one, 16th scale, beautiful car, and I did get some Gravity Spain paints, which I'll show you in a minute. And well, actually, I'll reach behind and get them real quick. So, alright, so got my Gravity Spain paints, and so I obviously got my Ferrari red. On this camera, you can see it better. Got some other colors in here. This is a really nice color. I think Toyota, for Supra, the matte storm gray. This baby blue, this Lamborghini baby blue. This is my Lexus LFA. They look beautiful. I saw one custom one in this color. It looked absolutely beautiful. And what am I looking for? Okay, so the reason I got this was to show you this one, which is the Lamborghini Verde for the Miura. Just a beautiful green color, which I think will look fantastic on that 16th scale kit. Let me shake it up a little bit more. I mean, you can kind of see just a beautiful color. So I've got that one, and when I do get around to building the Miura, I'll be doing this color for sure. I think it's iconic, that green color. And that is really it in terms of purchases. Saying it, that's quite a lot. I do have some more in the mail, some kits on the way to me. I bought a couple of things on eBay, and we'll talk about those next time if they arrive. But yeah, so having a lot of fun with building various subjects, and definitely going to do more cars upcoming, but still do my aircraft, and I fancy doing a King Tiger as well, but not 16th scale, because that'd be massive. If it's bigger than that guy, so I think 35th scale, maybe a Das Works one. But there we go. So I think it's time to take a look at the Facebook group. So let's go ahead and switch over to me on the other computer, and we go around and look at a few people's work. Okay, over to the group page, and as always, I picked out 5 posts to look at. And the first one here is from Chang, an F-104G Starfighter 148th DIY wooden model. Now, the reason I selected this is it's made out of wood. It's made it himself out of wood, and that's pretty impressive. I struggle with resin and plastics, let alone whittling wood away, and I think that's a pretty awesome job. So, wooden model, not something you see every day, so very cool. So, thank you for sharing. That's the first one. Just one picture for this one. Next up, Mr. Dan Croak, and there's some really awesome bike builds. Like Tamiya bikes, are beautiful kits to work with, but there's some flawless, amazing work going on, and this is one that definitely caught my eye, and it's the 12 scale Suzuki GSX RR in a 2021 scheme. And he does a full build series over on his channel, the Dan Cave. Now, this is a new kit. I think it's been out about 6 months now, but just going through this, just look at the detail on the carbon fiber. Just very, very nice work and a very cool subject. Good looking bike. Awesome. Again, all the carbon, just tons of detail on these kits. A very, very good job. Next up, Clive, and he's on another one on the YouTube channel. He's doing the 48 scale Buccaneer, the brand new Airfix one, which just been out, just got released not long ago, and he's already finished it. And here you go. And yeah, looking awesome. Really nice weathering on that navy version. For me, I'm holding out on get the RAF variant once it comes out, and wherever that may be. But interesting subject. Not too well known outside the UK and South Africa, but definitely an interesting aircraft, and he did a great job. And I just want to give him a shout out too. I always like, people who have YouTube channels looking for subscribers and growing their channels. I've got a link here. If I remember, I'll put a link in the show notes below. But it's Clive's modding channel. He currently has 715 subs. So go across, take a look, and he's done a full. You see here, he's done a full multi-part video build series of the Buccaneer. Next up, Ivan. He's done the Tamiya F4, which is, I never built it, but apparently it's a fantastic kit, as he's written here. The only thing I can fault with is the forward sparrow stations have no option for load aerodynamic fairing at the rear of the stations, should you decide not to fit the missiles, which I didn't. The Suzuki Mora kit does give this option. I used the Quinta Studio cockpit set, first one I've used and very impressed. Resin Factory Bandit Sidewinder missile rails, as the kit supply parts are devoid of any detail. See more missiles. Okay, it goes a lot more. I'm not going to read this all, but you can go ahead and Facebook trade, check it all out. But let's look at the pictures. What I'm more about here. And look at this one, beautiful. The way it's painted, different panels, faded. A radar. I just wish Tamiya would bring out more subjects. It seemed to get like 1 or 2 48 scale a year. Back, 10, 15 years ago, these would be churned out like every few weeks you're getting a new kit. They make some fantastic. The F-14, my favorite kit of all time, probably the 48 scale one. This F-4 is supposed to be beautiful. They make some fantastic kits. I just wish they would make a few more for us to purchase and build. Again, wonderful work. It actually probably is a really nice scale, 48 scale for a Phantom. Again, all different tech colors. Just gives visual interest. And there you can see a little bit of the Quinta Studios. Another great thing. I've used Quinta Studios on a few of my builds, and they are very, very impressive aftermarket. Alright, and then last but not least, Chris, his first post, and it's a cracker. It's AMT 148 F7F Tiger Cat. Went together really well. Now, every month I seem to say this, but just armor or aircraft sat on a simple base diorama just make it look a lot different, lot better. Sorry, I'm distracted because the neighbor started to fire up the hedge trimmer right next to me here, so hopefully you can't hear that. But yeah, what a fantastic build, and just a simple base with a few figures, just because that scale effect. I think I see a Jeep back here too, and it just makes a really beautiful display piece. Yeah, very nice. There's that Jeep there again. Again, this is 48 scale. Very cool. So that's it. Before it gets too crazy with the yard tools going on in the background, I'm going to switch back to me in the studio. Alright, so there you go. Fantastic work as always, and I certainly appreciate everybody taking the time to post stuff in there. If you haven't done so already, as I always say, in the show notes below is a link. And there you go. So thank you as always. As I film this, I'm about to hit 4,000 subscribers, which is unbelievable from where I was a few years ago. languishing at 300. And yeah, last couple of years have been a ride, and thank you everybody for your support. Thank you for your comments and all that kind of stuff. Please keep it up, and it spurs me on, and I'll be back next month with another build vlog. So have a great one. Bye.